Yo, what is going on, everybody? My name is Connor. You guys can call me Superior. Back at it again with another awesome YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about the Dark Matter camo and how you can unlock it as fast as possible. I've been going for Dark Matter a lot recently on my account. I've unlocked it on other people's account, like the account that we won the race on. I worked towards it on that. So I have a lot of experience in going for Dark Matter camo, but I've just now been going for it on my own personal account. So without further ado, let's get into these tips, okay? But first, hold on, I lied. Not without further ado. If you guys do enjoy the video, if you learn anything, and you want to show some support to the channel or to the video by clicking the thumbs up button, or even subscribing if you're new, you know, that'd be greatly appreciated, okay? Because every support, every like is awesome. Every single video has been smashing 1,000 likes, even some of them 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, or whatever it may be. So any support is greatly appreciated. I know I have made a video on this in the past, but I definitely think this one is going to be a little bit more informative and tips that you can actually use to unlock it faster. I definitely think that I'm a more educated Call of Duty Black Ops 3 player, especially when going for headshots. So without further ado, let's get into these tips. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, I'm going to break this video down into a few different parts, because for most of the guns and most of the weapon classes in Black Ops 3, getting headshots is the most difficult thing. There are certain things like sniper rifles and a few shotguns that you only need to get like one-shot kills with, but those aren't difficult to get. All you have to do is use the fucking gun and you'll get the one-shot kills. Those are just infinitely amounts easier than getting headshots. So in order to get headshots, in the past, people have said things like, play hardcore game modes or something like that. But you think about it, how is it easier to get a headshot in hardcore than in non-hardcore? Like, the head on the player is the exact same size. It's not like if you play hardcore, like their head just becomes like 10 times as big or something like that. So I definitely think you should always play what game type you're most comfortable with. That's true if you're trying to rank up fast. That's true if you're going for Dark Matter. That's true for anything. Always play the game type you're most comfortable with. Notice in this gameplay, I am playing Team Deathmatch, and I'm also on the map Redwood, which is a very big map, and it's difficult to get a lot of headshots with, especially with the 205 Brecci. But if you notice the way I play in this gameplay and the way I move around the map, I still am able to get about 20 headshots in the game, or like 15 or something like that. I don't remember the exact number, on the biggest map with the fucking shotgun. So, you know, that's got to be some proof or some evidence that these tips do work. So the number one tip I can say, which is kind of a general tip, and I'll give you guys more tips on how to do this tip if that makes any sense, but that is just get behind the enemies. It is 150 million times easier to get a headshot on an enemy when they're not looking at you than if they're shooting at you. So what you're going to want to do is use stuff like stun grenades, use stuff like the perk Amplify. If you see 3 people, you throw a stun grenade, they're all stunned, and none of those people are going to shoot and kill you because they can't fucking move because they're stunned. So I recommend putting on 2 stun grenades or shock charges along with scavenger, and then just throwing them around the map, stunning enemies, and then just walking up next to them and shooting them in the head. You see I do it numerous times in this gameplay. Almost every single time I do get a headshot, it is because they're stunned. Also, with the perk Amplify, if you have a decent headset and you know, if you have a pretty good idea where the enemies are on the map and you can hear their footsteps, just kind of sit in a corner, let all the enemies walk past you, and then just, you know, shoot them all in the head. It's extremely easy. All you have to do is make sure you're behind the enemies. So, like I said, equip the perk Amplify and listen to everyone's footsteps. You can get a pretty good idea from where they are, and from telling where they are, you can figure out how to get behind them. It's pretty easy. You guys aren't idiots. You guys can, you know, I'm sure all of you can do that even better than I did in this gameplay. So, with those tips out of the way, like I said, just a quick summary of getting headshots. Get behind the enemies and use stun grenades. I also want to say hip firing when in a close range gunfight is almost always a more surefire way to get a headshot. I would recommend using stuff like laser sights, always, just because when you're have an assault rifle or some machine gun and you're in a close range gunfight, just kind of hip firing towards the head. If you have a scuff, you can still jump shot, and chances of you getting headshot is still pretty high, much higher than if you're not the most accurate player and you're trying to aim down sights. So if you aren't able to get behind the enemies to get a headshot and you actually have to get into a gunfight, I would recommend hip firing and putting on laser sight on your weapon. That will definitely help out a ton. So once you complete all of the headshot challenges, you then unlock a bunch of other challenges. Things like get 50 kills with like 6 attachments on your gun, which is easy. Obviously, all I have to do is put 6 attachments on your gun and then get 50 kills with it. So you don't need any tips on how to do that. or the no attachment one is extremely easy, or getting double kills is extremely easy, but the long shots is extremely tedious and difficult. What I would recommend for doing for long shots is if you're using an assault rifle, I'd recommend putting on the Varix scope on your assault rifle and then zoom out, because the Varix is kind of like a variable zoom scope for assault rifles. It's like ACOG from any other Call of Duty. You put it on and then you can zoom in, but if you tap circle on your PlayStation controller, it'll zoom out. And when you zoom out, it automatically takes the long shot distance, or the distance you need to get a long shot medal, and cuts that in half. So it makes it much shorter. Also, by putting suppressor on any weapon, it reduces the range of the weapon and makes that distance to get a long shot medal even closer. So if you put the Varix scope on with the suppressor and zoom out on the Varix scope, getting a long shot, the distance you need to get the medal is like 1/3 as if you were just using the bare assault rifle. So whenever I get my long shots done, or when I finished and I got diamond for my assault rifles, I was playing on the map fucking Nuketown for every time I got the long shots, and I was able to get 10 long shots in a game every single time that I put on the suppressor and the Varix scope. So that is a huge tip. That's something not a lot of people know about, and something that you guys should really take advantage of, especially when going for dark matter camo. Now, the last tip I had for dark matter revolved around the launchers. Now, the launchers are extremely tedious as well, because you need to shoot down like 100 UAVs or just 100 score streaks in general. Now, normally when I play with like 5 other people, and it's just 5 other really good Call of Duty players, so the enemy team doesn't get to call in too many UAVs, if any at all, in the entire game. So I've struggled a lot with shooting down stuff. So my #1 tip for using a launcher is just always have your launcher on your class. Like, let's say right now you're going for diamond submachine guns. On your class setup, put a launcher on the secondary, so then you can get diamond launchers done while doing anything else. Because if you just try to do the launchers separately from everything else, it'll take a long time, and it'll just be a pain in the ass. So definitely equip the launcher, and also play solo. Like I said, whenever I play with other friends, the enemy team isn't calling in any score streaks, because my team is just running train on them and absolutely dominating. So the less people you're playing with, the better, and the faster you will get the launchers down. Or done. Every single time anyone calls in a UAV, try and pay close attention to that. It will pop up on the screen, on like the left side of the screen. The enemy's like little player card will pop up and say like, this person called in a UAV, or the like announcer dude will even say that enemy UAV spotted or something like that. So always be trying to look out for that, and definitely play solo when trying to do the launchers, just because if you're playing 5 other people and you're just steamrolling the other team, they're not going to call in UAVs, and it'll take you 150 times longer to actually accomplish that. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys can go out there and get dark matter. If you guys do have dark matter, I want you to comment down below, because I'm not sure how many people have dark matter or not. Okay, it's not too often I run across someone with the dark matter camo in game. So do me a favor, drop a comment down below telling me if you have dark matter. If you learned anything from this video and are new to the channel and want to subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. And even click the thumbs up button, that'd be dope as well. So do hope you guys enjoyed. Have a fantastic day, everybody. I will catch you all later. Peace out.